What would you do if you discovered that one of the world's most beloved idols had just purchased a multi-million-dollar penthouse in the heart of Seoul, and not just through a quiet transaction, but in cold, hard cash? Would you gasp? Would you envy? Or would you simply smile in admiration at the sheer magnitude of the move? Kim Taehyung, better known to millions across the globe as V from BTS, has once again thrown the internet into a frenzy, not with a Seoul release or a magazine cover this time, but with a life-changing decision that reads like a fairy tale written in real time. Before we dive into the details, ask yourself this: if you had the chance to step into a penthouse bought by one of the most admired stars in the world, would you hesitate? Stay tuned, share your thoughts in the comments, hit like if you are stunned, and don't forget to subscribe because this story is far from ordinary. In the glittering landscape of 2025, where headlines often blur into one another, Taehyung's purchase stands out like a comet blazing across a night sky. The whispers began with shock, quickly snowballed into heated debates, and now dominate the feeds of millions. A penthouse, not just any penthouse, but one that is whispered to be one of the crown jewels of Seoul's luxury skyline. Questions began pouring in immediately. How much did it cost? Why buy it in cash? Was it purely an investment, a retreat from the world, or perhaps a symbol of victory after years of unrelenting hard work? The curiosity burns brighter because this is Taehyung, the boy from Daegu who once sang about chasing dreams, now a man who turned every lyric into reality. The penthouse itself is said to be the embodiment of opulence. Nestled in one of Seoul's most exclusive districts, it reportedly stretches across vast square footage that makes one forget the word apartment entirely. Floor-to-ceiling windows bathe the rooms in golden sunlight each morning, and by night, they reveal a sparkling canvas of the city below. Like a private galaxy only Taehyung can touch. Marble, glass, steel, and bespoke design come together not as a mere home, but as a masterpiece of modern architecture. Every corner whispers luxury, but every detail also mirrors Taehyung's taste, minimal yet expressive, serene yet bold, an aesthetic that matches his persona both on and off stage. But let us pause and ask, why does the detail of him buying it in cash cause such an earthquake of reactions? Because it symbolizes something far greater than money. It speaks of independence, of control, of a young man who once faced uncertainty when stepping into the entertainment world, now holding in his hands the kind of security and freedom many only dream of. Cash, after all, is not just a means of payment, it is a declaration of certainty, a refusal to be bound by loans, debts, or contracts. Taehyung's choice tells a story. He does not just live within systems, he builds his own. Of course, fans did not remain silent. Within minutes of the revelation, hashtags trended worldwide. Some were astonished at the sheer financial strength displayed, while others were emotional, reflecting on how far their idol had come. Comments flooded social media platforms with sentiments that range from admiration to disbelief. From Daegu boy to penthouse king, one fan wrote. Another said, he didn't just buy walls and windows. He bought a dream for every fan who ever believed in him. Yet others humorously remarked, if Taehyung has an extra room, I volunteer as tribute. The internet once again became his stage. And this time, the applause came in the form of hearts, likes, and endless shares. Behind the spectacle, however, lies a deeper narrative. The year 2025 has been monumental for BTS members as they continue to carve paths as individuals while maintaining the indelible bond of the group. For Taehyung, this purchase feels like a milestone that echoes resilience. The years of military service, the solo endeavors, the long hours in the studio, the endless travels, all of it seems condensed into a single moment of triumph. The penthouse is not just a home. It is a mirror reflecting the price and prize of persistence. It is, in many ways, a monument to every struggle, every sacrifice, every quiet night of doubt turned into roaring days of victory. And yet, this is not simply a story of luxury. It is a reminder that behind every headline of wealth lies an untold journey. Think of the Taehyung who once said he wanted to make his family proud, who often spoke about wanting a warm place for his loved ones, who expressed dreams of comfort and peace amidst the storm of fame. Now, picture that same man unlocking the door to a penthouse that will serve as a sanctuary, not just for himself, but for those he treasures most. It is poetic. It is emotional. It is the kind of storyline that brings tears to the eyes of those who have walked alongside him through music, through screens, and through time. But then comes the question, is this penthouse just the beginning? Will it be the backdrop of future memories? Perhaps even milestones we cannot yet imagine? Fans speculate whether he will use the space for intimate creative work, perhaps composing songs by the piano as the city lights glow beneath him, or whether it will become a quiet escape where he can simply breathe, away from the endless gaze of the public eye. The thought of him gazing out from his private terrace, humming melodies only the walls can hear, feels almost cinematic. In the larger cultural context, Taehyung's purchase also reignites conversations about the power of K-pop. What started decades ago as a local wave has now become a global empire, with its stars holding influence not only in music but in lifestyle, fashion, and now even real estate headlines. Taehyung's penthouse isn't just a personal acquisition, it becomes a cultural symbol, a statement that idols are not merely performers but architects of influence, whose choices ripple through markets and societies. It is no exaggeration to say that one young man's decision in Seoul resonates from New York to Paris, from Jakarta to Sao Paulo. Yet, in true Taehyung fashion, the purchase was not flaunted with arrogance. Those who know his personality recognize that behind the grandeur is still the same humble soul who cherishes simple joys, painting, photography, walking his dog, or laughing with his friends. And therein lies the emotional twist, because while the world screams about the millions spent, Taehyung himself may be quietly sitting on his new balcony, sipping tea, grateful not for the marble and glass, but for the journey that brought him there. The penthouse stands tall now, like a silent witness to his legacy in progress. Fans dream of the day they might glimpse him walking through the lobby, or see his reflection in the skyline windows. Journalists will continue to chase the story. Speculators will dissect every detail of the purchase, and the public will debate its meaning. But at the heart of it, one undeniable truth remains. Kim Taehyung has turned yet another chapter in his life into a story so magnetic, so breathtaking, that it feels less like news and more like destiny. So, what do you think? Does this purchase inspire you, shock you, or make you want to dream bigger? Would you step into his world for a moment if given the chance? Comment below with your thoughts. Hit like if this story moved you, and subscribe to stay updated, because Taehyung's journey, like his music, is far from reaching its final crescendo. The penthouse may be made of stone and glass, but the story it tells is woven with dreams, resilience, and the kind of magic only Kim Taehyung can create.